it's just really tough. A major industry that affects so many of us. In fact, according to the National Restaurant Association, 3 million employees have already lost their jobs. Kyle Noonan owns 11 restaurants here in Texas, like the Rustic and BARRELL. He told me that they have been doing whatever they can to survive the blow that COVID-19 has dealt them.
Well, thanks for being with us, Kyle. I know this has been kind of a challenging time for the restaurant industry. How has it been for you?
Well, thanks for having me. There's been a lot of adjustments. There's some fear, obviously, warranted fear. We have 11 restaurants in Texas. We have 3 open now. We're doing the best we can. Our company is down about 98%. We're pretty close to zero, but we're still hanging in there and fighting the good fight. Our concepts were designed to be experiential places where you come in, and they're all large scale format. So we don't typically translate to, in fact, we've never really had a to-go program or a takeout program.
Sure. What is the percentage of to-go sales?
Some restaurants that are thriving right now are pizza delivery restaurants, Chinese takeout. I mean, things that we as consumers traditionally order takeout and delivery from. Those restaurants are doing great because that is a large chunk of their business anyway. It's the restaurants that are more full service dining experiences where you're really more encouraged to come in. Those are the restaurants that are being really hit right now. A lot have just closed. Some unfortunately have closed permanently. And then the ones that are staying in the fight, like us, we're just doing the best we can to do anything we can. Talk to several other restaurateurs throughout the state of Texas. And really the strategy is not so much to make money, it's just to keep morale high. I can tell you one of the ways we've started serving, and this really came from my upbringing. My mother made sure and told me anytime I feel sorry for myself or I think things are bad for me, remember that somebody always has it worse. And so one of the things that we did, I mean, obviously the restaurant industry has been hit fast and hard, and really devastated. But the healthcare industry is not, they're not out of work, but they're overworked. We thought, why not start trying to give back to the community that way and donate lunches. For every lunch somebody purchases, we'll match it and send it to the hospital. So far, we've donated over 4,000 lunches to local hospitals.
Have you had any story that just kind of stands out? Did somebody donate a large amount?
What I've seen is business owners from around the state have called up and placed orders to donate to local healthcare workers. What's so cool about it is they all want to remain anonymous. They'll call in and say, I'd like to order, $5,000 worth of lunches, and I don't want anybody to know it. So keep it between us. And those stories have been countless.
And I know that the whole the payroll protection loans and all of these things that are out there, that some people are jumping on board with that. What do you say to that?
It's necessary. It's crucial. I mean, the industry can't survive without government intervention. And frankly, it's because the government shut us down, and rightfully so, and we all understand why, and we think it's the right decision. But this is the first time since Prohibition that the government said one day you're open and the next day you're not open, where we went from a thriving $50 million business for us to zero, or pretty close to zero, basically overnight. The hospitality industry is the second largest employer in the entire country behind healthcare. And so you're talking about millions and millions of people are employed through the hospitality industry that just all of a sudden don't have a job anymore.
Can you imagine the first day back? What are you going to do at your restaurants? Like major celebration?
Really what I would like is for that day to be people's memory of this when they look back, and not the day that everything shut down.
Well, best of luck, Kyle.
Hey, thank you so much. Stay safe and don't go too stir crazy at home.
I know, you too. All the best to you guys.
And something that Kyle also did, just on a side note, to keep his spirits up, he proposed to his girlfriend, Courtney, so congratulations to him. He reminded me of how important it is to support our local restaurants, even with some help from the federal stimulus package. Get this, 3% of all restaurants have already announced that they are closing their doors forever. And that number, according to the National Restaurant Association, could jump to 11% in the next few weeks. So let's do all we can to support them, right, Sharon?
That's exactly